Faculty had limited office hours or limited times for availability. They were in the classroom, and then you didn't see them much. You didn't hear from them much the rest of the time. Why is that? Well, because they have a lot to do that you don't see. They're doing research, they're writing articles, they're publishing, they're writing books, they're presenting at professional conferences, and many, many other things. So be respectful of their time. Remember my board joke earlier. If you want them to be sweet on you, you need to be sweet to them. So let's talk about ways to manage that. This is a professional communication. It's a formal form of communication. So you need to use proper language. No LOLs, no hashtags, no emojis. Once you get to know your professor, many professors that I work with and that I've taught with have great senses of humor, are very hip, are very cool. They love all that sort of stuff. But this isn't the time to show how cool you are. This is the time to show you are serious, you are focused, you are purposeful, and you do that through your language, the choice of words, the formulations. So again, stay away from slang, text speak, write incomplete sentences, spell check, grammar check. There are wonderful tools out there that will help you do that. If nothing else, if English is not your native language or not your first language, ask a friend who is a native speaker to take a look. They'll be able to see things right off the bat. Again, you want to put your very best presentation of self forward so that when a professor is reading this, they are inclined to say, yes, I want to respond to that. Okay? Be honest, be direct, do not demand. The fastest way to not get a response is to demand. I have not heard from you in 5 days. Please write me back immediately. Delete. Don't have time for that. If you are not going to take the time to be polite and be respectful of my time, I am not going to be respectful of your email. It's that simple. We have plenty of applications in most of our programs. We do not have to spend time on ones that are going to be a poor fit for our program. All right. Do research on the university. Be very specific in your request. What do you want? All right. Try not to send us an email asking a question that can easily be found on the website. All right. We are happy to help students. Believe me, we are in this profession because we love helping people. We want to help you, but help us help you. Do your homework, do your research, all right? Keep the message personal to you. You know, the email we get all the time is, well, my friend got this great assistantship. I don't know your friend. I don't care about your friend. I don't know the story of your friend. The committee that read it may have been in a really good mood. They may have been in a really bad mood. Don't know, don't care, don't have time to figure it out. All right. All I care about is you, the student who I'm engaging with in that moment. Please keep an eye on spam, junk, those kinds of things. Our universities all use a variety of communication systems, and it's amazing. I find at my university, the most important emails come from the least obvious email addresses and are the most likely to go into spam. So please, 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 please keep checking those. Check your personal emails, your Gmails, your Outlooks, your Yahoos, whatever. And if the university issues you with a university email during the application process, keep an eye on that as well. All right, you got to check both places. Sometimes we send out things that are very time sensitive. Sometimes we find out, for example, it's the 21st of June in the United States, 22nd of June in Korea. In most US universities, our budget year or our fiscal year runs July 1 to June 30. I know of colleagues who are in the happy situation where they have money in their budgets that they have not spent yet. And they want to spend it, because if they don't spend it, the university takes it back. And the university spends it on things they want to spend it on. And so my colleagues are always happy to spend their budgets before the end of the year. So they may reach out and say, you know what, I have additional support I can offer. Please respond to me in 48 hours. Now that's an example where the faculty member is being a little demanding. But I think we can agree that it's for a good purpose. If they're writing to you and saying, hey, I've got funding, but I need these two things from you, and I need them in 48 hours, I think we can agree that is a reasonable, appropriate, professional request. All right? Check your emails often, write clearly, write well, write professionally. Okay. Email hints. Do your homework, especially for those of you applying for doctoral programs. Man, you really want to know who the faculty are, what their research expertise is, so that when you're applying, you can tailor your application to that. Because in many cases, we get applications from students who are interested in researching something, and we don't have the faculty expertise within our department or within our college. And so we have to refuse and reject the student. It's not that the student is a poor student. They may be a wonderful student. But if you're interested in studying, I'm not an engineer, I'm a political scientist, so I'm not even going to embarrass myself by making up engineering words. You know, if we don't have the expertise to support you in your program, we won't admit you. It's that simple, all right? Do your homework. Make sure there are faculty on in the department or in the college that are working on similar things. Best to write to the faculty after you've gotten admission. They like to know that. You don't need to send your CV or resume ahead of time. If we want it, we will ask for it. The one time we do need it is in the application process. You definitely want to send it there. Do not send a form letter. Okay, a form letter means, as my colleague Lynn mentioned, where you send the same letter to 15 universities at the same time. And don't even bother to move them all to the BCC line. So we can see that you're reaching out to Lynn, and you're reaching out to Wahida, and you're reaching out to Ray at Ohio State, at University of Ohio, and on and on and on. We smile because we know each other, and we're always happy that we're interacting and that our students are interested in us in similar universities. But the outcome is going to be about the same. No one's going to pay any attention to your message. And if they do, they're going to give you just as generic of a response as you sent to us. So moving on, don't send a form letter. Make sure that you have a clear focus for your research, especially in the PhD program. Very important to be very specific, again, because you're trying to match up with faculty. Please, thank you are always appreciated words. And lastly, faculty are busy. All right. If you don't hear in a day, a week, don't bug them. Just don't. It may be holidays. It may be exam time. They may be completing a multi-million-dollar grant project. Who knows? If you haven't heard in a reasonable amount of time, you can follow up once. Don't keep following up over and over again. If they don't have the time or don't have the interest, they're not going to write to you. And that's their answer. The answer is, I'm not interested. I don't care. I don't have time. You're not doing anything I'm interested in. I'm sorry, I don't have the time to write you back. That is the answer.